Good afternoon, it is Saturday the 15th of February, just about to head off out, a little bit of an Uber shift. It's 5 o'clock, did I say it was 5 o'clock? I can't remember. Yeah, so other than that, I have picked up one reservation job. It's an XL, and I only picked it up because it's around midnight back in Ormskirk. So because I tend to end up around there around midnight, I thought I'll take it because I'm going to be in the area anyway. If they cancel, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be around there. But it's an XL, it's £50 and 19 pence, and it's going over to Wigan. So it says it's a half an hour job or 18 miles. So I thought, well, it's not too bad because I'm looking at it in the sense of if I pick these up around midnight, even if I just drive there and back, I'll be back for 1 o'clock. So I could still carry on doing some jobs around Ormskirk, but then even then it's an hour for 50 quid, which is good, you know, because on a lot of the weekends I might only get, you know, on a Saturday you might average £30 an hour. So yeah, 50 quid's not too bad, but Wigan is predominantly busy, so I don't know, if I'm lucky I might get something from Wigan coming back this way, or you know, I might bounce around Wigan for half an hour or an hour or so. So yeah, just about to go online now, and I'll see what's happening. Just zooming out on the map now, it's saying everywhere's all surging, or again the usual, all like round Ormskirk, Skem, Wigan, Preston, Leyland. So yeah, let's see what. So update time, it is coming up to 9:45. So it's just been non-stop. I know I started at 5 o'clock, but yeah, it's just really busy. So my first job was actually over in Southport. I was driving towards like Ormskirk looking to pick some jobs up, and every job that was coming through, it was trying to get me to go like 10-11 miles over to Wigan for some reason. XL jobs, X jobs, you know, exclusive. It was just job after job, and because I kept ignoring them, it was logging me off, and then I'd log back on and it was just Wigan, 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 log off, Wigan, Wigan. I was like, oh, I've had enough. So I started heading towards Southport because there was no jobs apparently in Ormskirk. And then as I was approaching Southport, just job after job after job was coming up in Ormskirk. It's as though there's like some sort of delay on like the, you know, like your GPS or something, and Uber thinks you're 10 miles away from where you actually are. So yeah, so basically I didn't take my first job until 5:30, so half an hour was just completely wasted. First one, just thanking them now for the tip, including a £1 tip. It was £7.40 for 1.5 miles. My next job, just thank them for the tip as well. They've given me a £5 tip. What job was that for? See if I can try and remember on the map. No, I haven't got a clue. It's my second job, so it would have been £4.50 for 1.8 miles, but they've given me a £5 tip, so I've got £9.50 for 1.8 miles. So that's good. So all of these jobs now have all just been in Southport. I haven't left. We've got a £5.08 for 1.8 miles, a £5.66 for 1.9 miles, a £4.68 for 1.4 miles, an XL surge job, £11.49 for 2.6 miles, another XL job, £9.72 for 2.3 miles, another XL job, £9.29 for 2 miles, £5.51 for 1.4 miles, a £5.75 for 2 miles, £5.99 for 1.7 miles, £3.75 for 0.7 of a mile, £6.04 for 2.3 miles, £7.09 for 4 miles, another XL, £9.17 for 2.2 miles, £4.50 for 1.5 miles, and then another XL, including a £2 tip, was £14.62 for 3.6 miles. Straight on to another XL. I've had loads of XLs tonight. This is probably one of the busiest XL nights that I've had, to be honest. But you can see how much more you get, and this is why I've said to people, if you're able to get an XL, ideally an electric one, I would go for it personally, because like that last job, £14.62 for 3.6 miles. So you're getting like nearly £4 a mile, which then went straight onto the next XL, which was £9.44 for 2.3 miles. So again, you're getting like £4 a mile, which then went straight onto the XL I've just done then, which was £7.05 for just over a mile. So that was like £7 a mile. So you're not getting these sort of prices on X's. So they're just all like little Brucey bonuses, really. It's just been a lot of families. I picked up a group of rugby lads before. So yeah, it's quite busy. But then you do get XL jobs. A lot of them are just like 5. Just like quite fat, because I think a lot of people think XL jobs, it's going to be full of drunks. I'm going to be driving miles all the way to the airport. It's not. I picked up like a group of 4 that just wanted an XL because they wanted a bit more room. Because they're so sick of 4 of them having to squeeze into some like little Yaris or something that turns up. People are sick of it. They want more room. And obviously in Southport you can't book, like executives and comforts and all that kind of stuff. It's basically XL and Uber Pet. So currently I'm on £141 and some change. I've done 4.5 hours, so it's kind of just shy of £32 an hour I've averaged. Which is good. Slightly better than yesterday. Friday was quite busy, to be honest. So yeah, my plan now is going to go on charge, which is going to take me from 10 until just after 11. It's normally about 10 past 11, quarter past, depending on temperature and whatnot. I then need to be online because I've still got that booking, which is it wants me to be back online for 10 past 11, even though the job isn't until 10 to midnight, which is in Ormskirk. So what I noticed yesterday and the past couple of weekends is, once it gets to about midnight in Southport, it can kind of die off a little bit. Sometimes it can be lucky for, maybe another hour or 2. It can be a little bit busy, but I've found myself heading back towards Ormskirk anyway, come midnight. So yeah, I'm going to charge up, come back online for 10 past when this wants me online, but I'm still going to I'll probably still be on charge at 10 past, maybe quarter past, but I'm just going to have to come online anyway, just to shut Uber up. And then I'll head back towards Ormskirk. Hopefully, it depends on Uber, because it's changed from time to time. Sometimes they'll make you get there half an hour before a booking, sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes they've had me doing jobs and they've allowed me to turn up like 2 or 3 minutes before the booking. It changes so often, I don't know why. I did have that other XL that was booked for this morning. I think I mentioned it on last night's video. It was just round the corner. It was paying like £4 a mile, but because I was going out, I thought I'm not going to do it, so I cancelled it last night. And it gives you options of like, you don't want to do it, you're too tired, it's not worth it, blah blah blah. And one of them was the I forgot how it was phrased. It was basically like the idle time, or the wait and round time at the pickup was too long. So I selected that, and hopefully they're going to get the message that it's ridiculous that people need to turn up like 20-30 minutes before a booking. It wastes the driver's time. And to be honest, I feel embarrassed turning up and you're sitting there, and then that's them putting pressure on the customer, because they get notified that you're sat outside the house, and they're going to be thinking, what's this weirdo doing? He's turned up 20 minutes early. So anyway, yeah, that job's not until 10 to midnight, so I'm hoping I've got another 30-40 minutes of bouncing around doing a couple of jobs, but no idea. And like I said, I've only accepted it because it's £50, 19 pence, and it's a half an hour job going over to Wigan, which is 15 miles. But I kind of see it as, if I just go and drop them off and come back, I will be back in Ormskirk for just before 1 o'clock, about 10 to 1. and then I've made £50 in the 1 hour. Or I can drop them off and do a couple of jobs around Wigan, which I've done in the past, and it has been quite busy. So yeah, it just purely depends. These might cancel anytime in the next hour or so then obviously the plans will change. Or it might be like the other week when they left it. I think it was like 10-15 minutes before the reservation, and I was thinking to myself, why isn't Uber automatically taking me over to this job? And then it popped up saying that they'd cancelled. I think it was like a £21 job going just round the corner, and I ended up getting like £17 because they cancelled. So it's just like free money. I remember when I spoke to when I went to buy, where was I coming from? Yeah, I was getting an Uber back because I'd been down to view this minibus, and the guy who was based in Preston, he was saying he'll always accept reservations days in advance. He just accepts all of them that come through, and he said probably like 50% of the time they always cancel, and then he said you end up getting like a good proportion of the fee because they've cancelled. He said so it's worth doing it just for that. So yeah, that's all. That's where I'm up to. So yeah, I'll go and jump on charge now, and I'll give you another update in a bit. Yeah. So it's just turned 2 AM and that's the end of the shift. I was too busy really to do a bit of an update. It's here, there and everywhere. So yeah, after the last update I jumped on charge, came off charge, and jumped straight onto an XL. It was just round the corner. It was £8.18 for 1.6 miles. That then led me on to another £8.60 job for 2.8 miles. And it was then about 20 past 11. It then started directing me to go to that reservation job in Ormskirk, which you got to bang on 10 to 12. So yeah, I was quite surprised they gave me them 2 other jobs first round Southport. So yeah, it was about a 20-minute drive from where I was to get back towards Ormskirk. They came out after a couple of minutes. It was a 60th party they'd been to, so you know, it was all fine. You know, it wasn't like a big big bus of drunks or anything that I have to deal with, because it's always like a bit of a concern if you're thinking like, oh, they have to sit with me now for like half an hour. You know, are they going to be normal or screaming and everything? So that was okay. Basically, it was again, it was an XL job. It was £50.19. It was 34 minutes, 15 miles. It was 2 drops, but they were within about half a mile of each other. They just lived round the corner. So we'd done that. So then I was empty for about 25 past midnight. By this point I was like the far side of Wigan. It was like Wigan borderline Bolton basically. As I dropped them off, someone at the end of their road came out to the pub, wanted a lift home, so that was £3.80 for just over a mile. There then was another one that I pulled into, because that was like half a mile away, and it was just like the roughest kind of pub you've seen in your life. They're all coming out, they were arguing and everything. So I just clicked on it and said driver's behaviour, passenger's behaviour even, and just drove off. I thought I couldn't be bothered. So I started to make my way back to Ormskirk. Loads of jobs were coming up, but they were all either back in Wigan, all around these little places I didn't know, or it was trying to pull me into like Skelmersdale as I drove past. Didn't fancy that. So basically I left where I was. What time was that? That was about 12:30. That's it. And it took me about half an hour to drive back. So it wasn't too bad. Just got my podcasts on and that. So basically for that like kind of hour job, I done that and that £3.80 job. So in that hour it was like 54. It was like nearly 55 quid for the hour. So it wasn't too bad of an hour. Came back into Ormskirk, done a £6.30 for 1.5 miles. And then it just seemed like really quiet. At that point it was like 1:15. So like I just couldn't be bothered. Again, jobs that were coming up, there was some that was going back over to Wigan where I didn't want to go, and there was jobs going down like right into Liverpool where I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, I thought I just want to pick a job up that's going to basically get me home, and then a job popped up which got me 2 miles away from my house, so I took that. It was £10.58 for basically 7 miles. Took that, and that was about it. So yeah, I finished on 229.39, and I've done around 7 hours. So yeah, the hourly rate for this evening was 32.77, so not too bad. Done 25 trips, 5.5 hours drive, and that's just 37 points. That's about it, to be honest. No real issues this evening. Wasn't too bad. Haven't really had any Karens leaving any sort of complaints or anything. Taking any screenshots? No, I haven't even taken any more screenshots or anything. When it came offline then, when was that? So between, that's just that last hour. Between 1 and 2, it says I was offered 16 trips and I completed 2. That's just because that basically just said, oh, yeah, it was trying to drag me over into Skelmersdale and Liverpool and everything, which I couldn't be bothered doing. So yeah, all in all, not too bad of a shift. Pretty much, I'd say, on par with yesterday's shift, to be honest. What was that, 6 hours? So I've done an extra hour to the end yesterday. Let's have a quick little look. Forgot. So it was 160 yesterday, and I've done 6 hours. I've done the extra hour tonight, and I'm on 230, so an extra 70 quid. Not sure how that works out, and I'm too tired to start working it out. But yeah, not too bad of a shift. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one, which is probably going to be Monday now, because I don't do Sundays. So yeah, I'll see you on